Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host, a very good friend, is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We're covering Love Island Series 8, Episode 47. Now, Chris, where would you like to start today?
Well, I have brought my bulletproof vest, full armor gear on, because I am defending the queen of the villa, Dave, the person who is half responsible for the reality radar, which I might say is the top selling piece of merchandise in the whole world for 2022, if you don't mind.
The Casamorians are coming up.
Fuck the Casamorians, Dave. So I am astounded with the comments in Discord tonight, because I do not like this Nathalia at all. I know she's got a job to do, but I don't like her. And I know Ekin was being snipey. I'll take that, and I'm waiting for your counter argument. But she can fucking do one as far as I'm concerned, Dave. So come on, bring it. I'm ready. Let's go.
I think Nathalia is wasted coming in this late, quite honestly.
Agreed.
And she is mixing it up brilliantly. And, you know, we've had a couple of poor episodes, haven't we? Bit of a lull, a bit of a breather, which, I said is testament to this season that we haven't really had too many of those dud episodes. But this one was back again. But I have to say, Chris, I mean, I'd finally jumped on the train with Davide and Ekin-Su. But I thought tonight she was a massive fucking bellend, I have to say. Right? She was just, honestly, she was borderline Luca for me tonight. The way she was going after Nathalia. And then, Chris, she's like, kind of giving it the big one. Do you know who I am? I'm Ekin-Su. You know who it reminds me of?
Go on, Ron. Go on.
You actually know, don't you? You started to say it. I'm Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
I'm Ronnie Pickering. Who the fuck's that?
You'll find out. I watched that the other day, actually. It's one of the greatest videos.
I don't know if you've seen the. There's going to be people out there who don't know, but it was this guy, this fucking idiot, who's hounding this guy on a moped, and he wants to fight him. This guy in the car wants to fight the guy on the moped. And then, he's just announcing, I'm Ronnie Pickering. And the guy doesn't have a fucking clue who that is. Like the rest of the watching internet, and they just went all viral and stuff. But Chris, there's things people have taken, like Star Wars A New Hope, and, put Ronnie Pickering's voice on Darth Vader and stuff. It is brilliant. But honestly, Ekin-Su, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm Ekin-Su. And I tell you what, Chris, what a fucking great sledge. Ekin-Who. Fucking brilliant. So I am Team Nathalia on this one. Now, I can appreciate there are so many Ekin-Su fans like yourself who will just defend whatever she does. There are people in the villa who will vote for Ekin-Su to win the cook-off challenge, and then secretly, Gemma, whisper to the VT, who's ever going to find out this? Oh, actually, I thought Nathalia's was better.
Yeah, that was
because it's a popularity contest, I voted for Ekin-Su. Well, borderline fucking bullying, Chris.
Bullshit. I'm not having that day. I must admit, Nathalia got pied off in the space of about 2 minutes by Adam and obviously Davide. And she even called Davide. She's like, oh, are you not coming over now to pie me off? And then he pied her off.
Yeah.
She sort of took it in good spirits. But Dave, she's got fire. I'll give her that. And I totally agree. She has come in far too late. What are they doing production? She would have been brilliant on week 2, or even Casamorians.
Yeah.
Dave, I think Casamorians could have been a problem for Davide. Big problem. I think he'd maybe come back with her. So that would have been hell to pay. But I sort of thought she was just sort of tongue in cheek doing it, Dev. I didn't see there's anything sinister. I got plenty of pelters on Discord for saying, I mean, obviously I'm going to be biased because of Reality Radar, because whatever I think of her, I've got to fucking go with Davide and Ekin-Su. But we did vote for them. tonight, Dave. I've got to admit, I did throw the vote in. I'm dying on this hill. Whatever happens, the reality radar.
Once you like you say, you're on that hill now. No matter what she does, no matter what the behaviour is from here on in, you'll be team Davide and Ekin-Su.
Yeah,
but no, I like I say, I jumped on board and I was thinking, they're the definite winners. I like them together. I like the chemistry and everything. But you can be that, but you can still call out someone for being a bell end.
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. I laughed at that Ekin-Su. Me and Sam were like, oh, here we go. And it wasn't. It felt to me, Dave, like that was a setup. I mean, have you ever settled an argument by making food? Someone fucking ginger or fucking breaks your nose. And the first thing I'm going to say to him is, I'll tell you what, mate, make me an omelette and we'll call it quits. What a load of shit. I've never heard. That was all. The whole thing, I think, was made up, Dave. I even think the Ekin-Su thing was all fake, and it was all to just do with this stupid cook-off thing. I've never known anything like it. And then they did ring walks and
Could
stuff.
have been settled by a dance-off, maybe.
Well, we can settle it with a dance-off. We've seen that a few times. There's still American Pie 3. Stifler's the best one, Dave. That is the best ever. True. I love that fucking dance-off. But no, I felt the whole thing was convoluted. It was completely created, and we got a bit of tea, and it's actually upset me, this, Dave. So if anybody doesn't want to know some of the insider stuff, you've got 3, 2, 1. There you go.
And how far ahead should they skip? 30 seconds?
30 seconds, yeah. Yep. So, 30 seconds to go now. So Amy has said this, and I think you put me onto it, that apparently, Dave, it's like shooting stars, like the dove from above, but they've got the tannoy from above. And apparently that's how people are told in position, because I said to you, there was the weird conversation when Dami and Luca just randomly came over to one of the couples going, so how do you feel? And it's like, who the fuck are you two? And you're like, these weird conversations. So apparently the guys sit together eating and the girls sit together, and then they'll come on the tannoy and ask people to go on the phone or ask people to go in a position, which ruins the whole thing. We've never heard this off any of the contestants, but I think Amy's just gone, fuck this, you bunch of bellends, I'm fucking revealing it. So that is why we get these totally unfake conversations. It's not organic with what's going on. And so it's sort of... Is
it definitely Amy? Because the video that was posted on our Facebook, and I posted it to you, I messaged it to you, was Shauna and Jack.
Oh, I thought it was Amy. I saw someone say it was Amy. And I saw that on Twitter. Amy spilling the tea about the tannoy. Maybe they've done the same then, Dave. Maybe they've done it. Oh, she was a guest. I don't know.
And I thought we knew about that for some reason. No. I think someone has said that, but I might be wrong there. But I mean, they gave load. The Shauna and Jack one was really good. They were spilling all the beans. And talking about scenes that they've had to reshoot and everything. I must admit, it does really pull back the curtain, because, and Shauna had seen Callum in, you're chaperoned around before you go into the villa.
Oh, right.
But I think our 30 seconds is up, by the way.
Go another 30 seconds. Go another 30 seconds.
So, no, but yeah, I have a look at that Shauna and Jack one.
Okay.
It's really good.
Oh, I haven't seen all that, to be fair. But Dave, so I know you're not on the Ekin-Su train again now, but we get the Hideaway, which has literally been fucking closed down for the summer since about week 2. We've not fucking seen the Hideaway. And I'm thinking, it's got to be Ekin-Su and Davide now, 100%. Yeah. We've had Gemma and Luca. No. We get fucking Dami and India. Now, India looks stunning. Victoria's Secret's model, she looks absolutely gorgeous. She's got what an outfit she's got on.
No way you go.
Dami has come straight from the fucking sports centre in his £3 fucking shitty grey tracky bottoms and Crocs. And he's there. He's so and I said this about Luke, and I got pelters, didn't I, saying, I think Luke looked pretty good, because he had his white undies on with the fucking skid marks and that. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Jack's, wasn't it, with the skid marks?
Well, yeah, Jack's. Well, yeah, it was more than skid marks, Dave. But Dami's there. I'm like, make a fucking effort. Put a bit of a fucking suit on. Put an outfit on. Jeans on. Shirt. Nice pair of shoes or something. No, let's just go. Like, I've just got off the fucking. He's got out of bed and gone, let's go. And India's doing all the work, Dave. I mean, Sam was fuming tonight. She's like, this is fucking ridiculous. It's so degrading. And you know what, Dave? I know it's part of Love Island and it's part of what they do, but it was bad tonight, I thought. Dami's so disrespectful towards India for me. He really is. And it was the worst couple to go in. I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah. For me, that was the worst one.
I don't know if it was the worst couple. I mean, I found it confusing why India just seems to take a blind eye to everything Dami does. Like say, he'd filled his boots more than anyone in Casamorians, and then the way he treated Summer was disgusting. The way he treated Tasha was disgusting. You know, him and Luca pretty much in the same boat in terms of that. So I mean, they could have sent in Davide and Ekin-Su. I'd have thought they would have been in for the first shout as well, to be honest. But then second to that, I mean, Luca and Gemma have already been in. I think Andrew and Tasha have already been in. So I think they were in the shout. But yeah, once they got in there, like I say, I don't think we always say, don't we? The boys don't really do anything like dressing up wise. But there aren't that many. I don't think there's no equivalent for the sexy underwear. I don't think for boys, but I don't think I've seen anyone go in with the clear kind of, like you say, £3 Primark grey tracksuit bottoms. like you've just come. You've just come from working on your car and stuff. It's just bizarre. So yeah, it just did seem completely disinterested in the whole thing. So I don't know. It's just, yeah. At some point, Chris, someone will set the bar for the boys in a more high way.
Yeah.
You know, they'll come in and they'll wear something, and we'll all go, oh, that's what you can wear to, at least try and make an effort, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I know that's always should up, and I know Sam's going to listen to this and go, "What are you talking about, Dave? Yeah. You've got boxes with holes in and everything. You can't say nothing." But
you've had those same boxes for 10 years.
10 years. They're like Chicker's broom, Dave, but they've got fucking more holes in the United's defence. But it doesn't matter. That's not the point. I
Look
think
after your broom.
The thing is, what makes you laugh is like, really, the guy should be dressed up like, fucking Richard Gere, Officer Gentleman, Tom Cruise. Get the fucking suit on. Even I know it's thinkable. Get them looking fucking slick, Dave. So the girls are sort of swept off the feet. Like you say, Dami's quite relaxed anyway, and he's quite a chill guy. I know he's still in shit corner for me with Luca, and I think he will be till it finishes, and quite rightly. But he's quite chill, like do something to entice her. Look, Dave, I'd throw a fucking sock down there. I know it's false advertising, but I'd have the fucking boxers on with a fucking sock down there or something. You know what I mean? Just to get the mood going. Then it would fucking.
So that is your suggestion to future Love Island contestants, right? If you want to look good, just don't worry about the clothing, or it's either go in like Richard Gere, or dare I say Tom Cruise, in a full naval outfit. Or just put some boxes on, chuck a sock down there. I know which one takes more effort.
But Dave, not any sort of sock. A fucking Sports Direct Slazenger sock, Dave. Fucking £5 for 18 pairs at the till. You can't beat it.
£5 for 18 pairs. My word. Yeah, the big football socks. It really pads it out.
Oh, what a romantic day.
Oh my God. I don't think you've ever watched it, have you? What We Do in the Shadows. Some new series for that's just started off. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like a reality TV. It's shot like reality TV, but it's following around these vampires. And in the latest episode, spoiler alert if you've not watched that or want to watch it, but one of the characters decides that he finds a genie, and so one of his wishes is he's going to have the biggest penis in the world. It's just so cheekily looking at the camera. Brilliant show.
But Dave, some would say I'm the biggest cock of the fucking podcast anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Me regularly. Oh, by the way, how are you getting on with Love Island USA?
You fuck off, you. You absolutely fuck off. I was fucking
4 episodes out there.
I was fucking laughing yesterday to myself. I was like, yeah, the absolute fucking tosser. All day I kept thinking he's done me there completely.
You know, and I was reflecting on it. I was thinking, you know what? Because I wanted to tell you when we were recording, but you asked me point blank before we started recording about something that happened in episode 2. I just couldn't keep it in. I was like, yeah, I've not watched it. But what I should have said is just ask me on the podcast, and I wanted to break it to you live, but there you go.
Yeah, thanks for that, Dave. So Dave, have you got anything else about the show? Because we've got a couple of emails.
No, I think that's just about it. I mean, like I say, the whole Ekin-Su and Nathalia, we had the recoupling. Not too many surprises at all there, were there? You know, again, you end up with the last 2 coupling up, and it's like, oh, I want to couple up with this boy because, well, he's the only option. So, yeah, I don't like it. There's still too many people there. Chris, it's like it's the last episode of the week. We're going into the last full week, and the villa's packed. So we're going to have to see some, you know, double dumpings or something to just thin out the herd.
I think we will. I think you're right. Maybe Sunday going into Monday's episode, we should see that. I agree. There needs to be at least 4 gone. And I think that one thing we're after the drama and we need it to spice up a bit. The ideal thing would have been to put Nathalia as one of the first picks, Dave.
Yeah,
because without a doubt, she'd have picked Davide to fuck Ekin-Su up. Without a doubt, and that would have been great.
Oh, could you imagine that? Mind you, from what I can gather, like on Reddit and stuff, people are like going after Nathalia. They're in your corner of the thing, you know, the whole debate. And again, I think that's just sometimes when people get behind, you know, a certain person, a certain couple, they'll just defend whatever they do. Whereas I like to float around, and you know, I'll just mostly go off the strength of the episode. But yeah, let's see. I think it was weird because, I mean, they do normally do that, don't they? The producers know who people are going to pick, so they'll rearrange the order that's going to create the most drama. The only thing I can think is because it is getting towards the end now. You know, we had the little bit of a bake-off type drama, but you know, nothing really serious. So maybe they're sort of thinking about the downward slope now to the end, and they're going to focus more on the lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, Dave, my wife decided to throw a question out on our Facebook page. My wife, but she's not a liar, Dave. I'm very scared of her. But no, she said, and it annoys her when she watches it, that I've got to say, Dave, Sam is not enjoying this season at all because she's watched it so many times. I do think we may have lost Sam as a participant in the show, Dave, next series. And there's no way she's watching the American one. I've been flatly told that. Absolutely sick to death of the same games, the same stuff.
Yeah,
you know, she's not on it, Dave. I'm trying my best to convince her, but even put a sock down there, Dave, and she still wasn't happy. I put it at the back. Yeah, I put it at the back, not the front. That made it even worse, Dave. There you go. But no, so she said, why do the girls like straighten their hair when they go to bed? It's a pointless exercise. So we've had an email from Sophie, Dave, and she's put hair straightening. Hi, guys. Just a quick one about the hair straightening thing that Sam brought up. I just noticed it too when I saw Lacey doing it last night. I first thought, I haven't got a fucking clue. But as a frizzy-haired girl in hot climates, think Monica from Friends, yep. I use an anti-frizz hairspray when we went to Mexico a few months ago, but didn't do a fucking thing, by the way. But for it to work, it needs heat. So maybe they're using it before bed to try and contain the frizz. Either that or they're all just, with Dave, we would both not know that. Either that or they're all just vain fuckers. I'm okay with it being for vain reasons, by the way. No one wants mad frizzy bedhead on telly. Cheers, lads, Sophie. So, I mean, saying that, Dave, you had a lovely fucking mullet going on when I saw you last year. It was an absolutely fantastic...
Fuck off, mullet.
hey, come on.
Yeah, that was my lockdown look, wasn't it?
It was, as they
Much
say,
more sensible these days.
yeah, as they say in Australia, it was a standard mullet. But there you go. So this one's
party at the back, business at the front.
Exactly, Dave. What could you want? This one's from Eloise. It says, thoughts on Paige and Adam. Hi, guys. I've been really enjoying your podcast and have a few thoughts to share on Paige and Adam's behaviour. Firstly, no one else seemed to notice that during the game of Truth and Dare, Adam dared Nathalia to kiss the 3 boys she fancied most. Just after she said she fancied him. That was practically asking for the snog, so I think Paige would have been right to be pissed off at him. That being said, I find Paige's jealousy really unattractive, and I think if Adam wasn't playing the game to win the final, he might be put off by it. He knows how much attention he must get outside the villa, so if she is this jealous every time a girl flirts with him, I don't see how their relationship could work. That's all. Try to keep it short and sweet. Looking forward to the next episode, Eloise. So, great email, that, Dave.
Yeah, and I think I'm off the Paige train as well. As we discussed yesterday, just there's something off there. And as for Adam, pieing off Nathalia, it's just he's in there for his redemption arc, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, because he does not need to go on fucking Love Island, Chris, neither for fame reasons or for love reasons. But I think he's there to really make a play to win it and show that he's not this massive douchebag that, you know, this big Love Island villain that he's painted out to be.
Yeah, of course he is. I agree. We said that yesterday. I'm with you, Dave. Completely with you. So this one, Dave, is from our good friend, Omi Baloney, Dave, who dropped us a review, which I think you read out. So this is his first email, so thank you for that. It says, why can you only logically vote for one couple to win? Lads, it's that time again to break out the talcum powder for the babies and start churning out the lines we've been hearing on repeat for about a month now already. I've never felt like this before. We are going from strength to strength, blah, blah, fucking blah. Almost sounds like us, Dave.
Yeah.
So with no show left to speak of, it's time for me to reflect on the season. I won't mention the obvious ones. I agree with you guys, i.e. Luca, Gemma, Dami and Indio. But here's where we disagree. Davide and Ekin-Su. I think you guys have got it wrong. You said what they did was basically the same thing. It wasn't. She broke his trust, so she proved to him he didn't make such a promise, and why should he? What was he supposed to do? Go into the villa and not crack on with any of the girls on the off chance Ekin-Su stayed loyal? Also, I think it's ridiculous that Fiddlegate hasn't been brought up. I knew something was rotten in Denmark when the Brazilian girl kicked off with Ekin-Su tonight, and she never brought it up. That was clearly Denmark. I knew something was rotten in Denmark when the Brazilian...
I don't know, Chris. I mean, but I'm just used to reading your messages and and just being like, yeah, I'll just go with it. I have no idea what that means.
Hey, hang on a minute. I have got news, actually. I have got news. This series, I have really struggled reading some of the emails, as you can probably tell when you're listening, because everyone's like, what the fuck's he talking about? I've actually been for an eye test a few days ago, Dave, and I picked glasses up next week. At 43, I'm having to admit defeat because I'm struggling. So when I'm reading some of these things, Sam's given me her old reading glasses, Dave, and I've gone full on fucking librarian now. I've got one on the end of my nose with my phone these last few days while I watch the telly because they're too fucking blurry. This is ridiculous. Someone of my stature. But anyway.
What did they say about your hairy palms?
I don't know. They're worried about the soccer brought in, Dave. I thought I was excited, but anyway, right. Let me read that again. I knew something was rotten in Denmark when the Brazilian girl kicked off with Ekin-Su tonight, and she never brought it up. That was clearly production team saying, "Don't mention it." Atrocious. The boys have been horrible this year, but that doesn't mean the girls, when doing wrong, get a pass, and that's what she got. Tasha and Andrew, you've said what he did at Casa was just as bad, if not worse, than what she did. Incorrect. He's been told by the boys he was a mug, and at Casa it was confirmed by all the girls. So given that, he did what he should have done, which was to be open to meeting someone new. Where he fucked up was using or whatever. We know that, yeah. I don't know if it was a revenge thing or just using her to get over the pain of Tasha. If it's the second, fair enough. If it's the first, that's out of order. So he's not wholly innocent, but what she did that I disagreed with was telling him unprovoked that if he'd left, she'd go with him. That was her only mistake. Her taking every new guy in there for a test drive is absolutely fair. Anyway, they're both boring as fuck, so I can't vote for them. Last bit. Therefore, because the only Islanders are rare are Davide, Gemma, India and Paige, the only couple I can vote for is Paige and Adam. She moved on fast from the rugby boy, and I don't know if you slagged her off for that, but if you did, that was out of line. That guy was terrible, and she clearly started reflecting on that since Casa. She'd never said they'd get back together after Casa. She found someone she fancied, and he seemed to be treating her well. So good for her for moving on. As for Adam, he was clearly messing girls about 4 years ago, but that was 4 years ago. We are in right now. A lot of people would love or hate him, but you have to give people a chance if they show they've changed. Now, this could all be PR rehab for himself, but I'm not going to assume that. So thank you for that, Omi, Dave. So we got called out a little bit there, Dave. So what do you think?
No, that's cool. Great opinions there. Not the same as ours. Although the Nathalia and Ekin-Su, I don't remember actually saying that what they did was the same thing. And I think I got on my soapbox a little bit a few episodes ago to say that it's not even about, did Ekin-Su have a bit of a fumble with George? It's nothing to do with that. It's about the lying. And when Casamorians hit, I actually thought it was too soon for Nathalia and Ekin-Su because they hadn't really got back together. And so I don't think there was any expectation, certainly in Davide's head, that they were together. So, he was the only one for me who went into Casamorians, not with a free pass, but like, well, if we have a bit of a smooch with someone, me and Ekin-Su aren't yet really a thing. So I don't know. I don't think, I think didn't they snog, from all of the different interactions Davide and Ekin-Su have had. I still think the thing that was in Davide's head but doesn't seem to be bothering him anymore was the whole lying to him thing. That was the difference for me. So yeah, I don't see what they did as being the same thing.
No, and I think the Paige thing as well is she had to get away from Jax. We both said that 100%. It was just not right at the end. And we know, obviously, he's left. We'll never know whether he left off his own back or it was a producer interjects him and he gets that sort of nice send off and everything. Fair enough. We will never know that unless he comes out and says it himself. But I do think that she was right to move on. The only issue I've got is she obviously wasn't being true to Jax in some respects because she's with Adam now, and you wouldn't even think she's been with Jax. You'd think that the whole series she's been with Adam. That's her choice to do that, and I don't blame her. But maybe she should have been a bit more truthful with Jax at the end. I don't know, Dave.
Yeah, and I still think you can make a logical decision. The higher the functioning parts of our brains can say, look, this is not actually working, but you've still got those feelings for that person. And I'm just a bit surprised at the pace and the behavior as well. As like I say, it's as if Jax was never there. And I guess I sort of thought there'd be a few conversations, and there might be. We're just not actually seeing it on the show. It's edited out. But you would have to think, they were together for a while in Love Island terms, weren't they, Jax and Paige? So I would have thought there would have been some kind of latent feelings there and just a little bit of up and down over, am I doing the right thing with Adam? But no, all the eggs are in that basket.
Yeah, and I think, to be fair, I called out Andrew and Tasha when that came out about I'd go, and Andrew said it, I'd go if you go, and all this. But Paige never once said that, Dave. So for me, someone who's watched Love Island from the start, and I'm sure Omi's the same, that's game playing. That's bullshit. That's raising your profile. That's going on an all-inclusive holiday. She's found love with Jax, which is what, to be fair, people called out Andrew and Tasha on, saying, well, if you found it, does it matter? You go. But what are you in there for? So she either wants a 50K, pretty much probably, or she's after the whole profile thing because she's on holiday. I don't know, but we never called her out for that, and I'm not digging her out as such, but it's telling that she didn't go with Jax, who was supposed to be the love of her life sort of thing. Well, the love of Love Island, not the love of her life, but the love of Love Island. I'll take that back. So yeah,
but I think this is where you and I aren't on the same page, because I think there's no way she was going to go with Jax. No way. She was already out. But like I say, that's her logically thinking. It doesn't mean she's got no feelings for him. But she knew it wasn't the right thing to leave.
But that's fair enough. But why didn't she tell him? That's what I don't understand.
Because he was crying and stuff. he was at his lowest ebb. And it's like, he's fucking on the floor crying his eyes out. It's like, oh, by the way, you can wait for me. That is your choice. But I am going to crack on in here. So she was doing it to like save his feelings kind of thing.
I still think it's bullshit, Dave. I think what she did was she did that thing when you get like friends come round or relatives, when you just sat there chilling and the door goes, you're like, who the fuck's that? And then someone turns up and you're like, oh, this is 2 hours of my fucking life. I'm not going to get rid of. Oh, do you want a brew? Yeah. And then you're looking at the clock, and then all of a sudden, like I've had it where you've had the guy come and try and sell you a fucking conservatory. And me and Sam even put our coats on, say we're going now, and he won't fucking go. And in the end, I remember saying to him, getting up and going, mate, get the fuck out of my house. I'm going to throw you out of my house. And Sam's like, that's not like you. I went, this knob's not going. And I got up and he went, there's no need for that. I went, get out of my house now. I said, I don't care who you ring, what fucking deal you getting. He must be about 2 hours.
Is it safe style?
Fucking damn right it was, Dave. Yeah,
they're fucking notorious, tossers, aren't they?
Yeah. We put coats on and everything. Me and Sam put it. We've got to go out
by Safe Style.
Safe Style, yeah. Today's reality cast. I could do with some fucking of them big windows at the back, Dave. But yeah, no, honestly, I never forget it. And this kid was like, I'm like, mate, please, I get it. You give me your final. I'll ring my boss. No, we're going now.
He wouldn't go. He wouldn't.
The old trick. I went, we're going out. And I swear, we even got Jordan ready. Jordan was young then, Dave. She was about 4 or 5. And I put a coat on fucking poor Jordan. She's like, I'm watching CBeebies, Lazy Town or Ballamore. And I remember getting up, and in the end, I just lost it. I never lose my temper ever. You know me. I'm not like that. And I just got up and went, mate, get the fuck out of my house now. And he's like, there's no need for that. I went, I've been dropping hints for fucking ages. Get out of my house now. We're not buying anything from you. And Sam was like, oh, that was a bit harsh. Now, Sam, Sam's up behind the door, Dave. But yeah, we both high-fived afterwards, like, yay, fuck off, mate. We never bought from him, Dave.
That is a good story. I have no idea what the parallel is.
So the parallel is that when Jax was going, she's hugging him and like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And then she's looking at a watch waiting for him to fuck off. As soon as he got to the front door with his case, she waved and went, right, let's crack on, and fucking left him there. That's how I see it. But there you go. Anyway, we need to do our thank yous and roll call of honor and everything, Dave. So that's my thing. Someone have a go at me on the emails if you think I'm wrong. So if you want to email us, guys, email us at cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media at cdrealitycast. And if you do want to support us, get over to patreon.com/cdrealitycast. And as always, we are at 300 followers now, Dave. So please get over to Facebook, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. You need approving, we'll approve you in. Get involved in the chat. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. So today's roll call of honor is Kent Gustafson, Lucky Lula Green, Lauren, Haley, Hennessy, Susan, Priscilla, Hannah, Dee Dee, Katie, Libby, Helen, Joanna, Amy, Noreen, Jacqueline, Neve. Oh, Dave, got to breathe. Brianna, Helen, Keith, Michelle, Gillian, Tom, Zoe, Kristen, Maggie, Gavin, Annabeth, and Kate. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. It's really, really nice. You've also supporting me and Dave on this journey, Dave.
That is amazing. And as you heard before, it sounds like the Reality Radar are outselling the Casamorians. So Casamorians out there, I know you're out there.
Assemble.
Assemble and get yourself a T-shirt. So mine's on the way. Chris, thank you very much, sir. We've got a day off now, and we shall reconvene Sunday night. And I can't wait. So thanks to you, sir. Thanks to everyone out there for listening and supporting us. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.